Hello everybody and welcome. Today I'm going to talk about the 8 lenses that I own, 2 of which were kit lenses that I had from my Canon 60D, which is a very old SLR now, but still very functional. And the rest I have purchased. Now, recently I purchased a Canon EOS R7 mirrorless camera, which is pretty amazing for what it does. I got it primarily for the video capabilities. I'd like to be able to shoot videos longer than 30 minutes, and it allows you to do that in all sorts of resolutions and frame rates and whatnot. In that process, I realized this is an awesome shooting camera as well, and I needed lenses. So I asked ChatGPT to help me round out my set of lenses so that I have a lens or two for any given situation. Although I think buying lenses can be very kind of addicting and expensive at the same time. So I'm hoping that I'll pause for a little while, but here are the lenses that I own. I'll start from my macro lenses, moving from ultra wide through all the way to my telephoto lenses. So the criteria that I gave ChatGPT was to essentially give me lenses that would cover a broad range of focal lengths and apertures and whatnot. So let's start with my macro lens, which is the 90mm Tamron f2.8. That's this guy right here. This is a nice lens. It shoots awesome macro images, real nice close-ups. The next one is this Samyang 12mm f2.8. This is an ultra wide. It's all manual, so you got to do the aperture and the focus manually. I'm not very good at that. I'm getting better at it. But this is considered a fisheye lens, which gives you a really kind of unique shot. I love this lens and I highly recommend it. This lens here is right now the favorite one in my kit. This is the Sigma 18 to 35mm f1.8, which means it lets in a ton of light. It lets you really kind of create this beautiful bokeh or blurred background effect. I do use this for shooting my YouTube videos a lot, although right now I'm actually using my Canon 10 to 18mm, but this particular lens I use quite a bit for outdoor photography, portraits, and videos. It's fantastic. This is my favorite lens. The next lens is my Canon EFS 10 to 18mm wide angle lens, which I can't show you right now because I'm actually shooting on it, and you can see that it creates this kind of like nice wide angle shot. It's great for when you want to capture like an interior. Now I'm shooting in my office in the corner here. It gives me a wider perspective, so it's nice to have this lens. The next lens that I'd like to show you is a kit lens that I've had since I've had my Canon 60D. This is the Canon EFS 18 to 55mm. Want to grab a lens and shoot some images. You're not going to get the highest quality image out of it, but it's a pretty versatile lens, and I do use it from time to time. Then of course there's a lens that I think everyone should have in their collection. This is the Canon 50mm Nifty 50. This is a 1.8 aperture lens, which is fantastic. It lets a lot of light in. It lets you do really amazing portrait shots, and it creates a really nice kind of bokeh for the portrait shots. So one of my favorite lenses. I use this quite a bit. The next lens in my kit is this beautiful beast. This is my Tamron 72-200mm f2.8 telephoto lens. This is just a fantastic lens. Paired this up with the R7, and of course I have to use an adapter to use it, but it does awesome shots for if you want to do like sporting or if you want to do birds or wildlife. Paired with this lens, the camera becomes a real beast for telephoto. I love this lens. Go out and get yourself one. Last but not least, I have my Canon EFS 55 to 250mm image stabilized lens, and this is one of my favorites. It was one of the kit lenses that I got with my camera, and it's awesome. It's really good, and it's fairly cheap if you actually want to buy one, but essentially it really does nice telephoto. It has a broad range. You can snap it on, and you can go from 55 to 250mm. It's amazing the kind of shots that you can take with this little guy. I would recommend this for your kit. You'll take a lot of nice pictures with it. So those are all the lenses that I currently own. I'm really happy with all of them. They're not all Canon lenses. There's like kind of a Canon equivalent for each one that I own, which is a lot more expensive. Hopefully you'll find some of these interesting to research and potentially get for yourself. And that's all, folks.